Everybody, thank you for taking time out of your day. I have got Patrick O'Brien, and he is talking about 5 things everyone should know before the next move. And why is Patrick O'Brien here? Well, Patrick O'Brien has been in the moving industry since 1993. He has done just about every job in the moving business. It's in his blood. He has packed trucks, worked in warehouses, and now he's vice president of sales of 3MD in the Chicago area. And before we get too deep into it, let's welcome Patrick. Patrick, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Well, all right. So listen, you're here for one reason. You're here to tell us 3 things everyone should know before they do their next office move. So walk us through that, will you?
Sure. Being in the industry and stuff like that, I've seen a lot of great people, set up their moves, and I've seen a lot of great people set up horrible moves. And what I want to go with is things I've learned on how to make it perfect. With those 3 things, and there's a couple subsets to them. But I think the first thing and the most important thing is find your relocation team right away. People get bogged down with finding the furniture, finding the carpet, internal paint, and all that kind of stuff. That's all secondary. Because let's be honest, that first day in the new beautiful space, if you're not fully moved in there properly and your computers aren't working and your guys aren't in the proper seats, that beautiful space doesn't make sense because you're not taking advantage of it working for money. So find that relocation team, vet them, find out other project they've done of your size. You don't want to bring somebody in that's only done 10-person moves when you got a 1,000-person office. And once you find them, vet them, understand a budget, bring them on right away. Most of the top-notch relocation teams in Chicago and in the country are going to have a dedicated project management team. So that second thing that you're going to need is have a dedicated project manager that his sole job or her sole job, is to pay attention solely to your company and moving you from point A to point B. They'll be the ones interviewing, people in the office. What are you taking? What needs to go? Do you have any ADA requirements that need to be acknowledged right away that need to be brought to the new space? It can even get down to space planning, being like, is there something specific that your person in your group needs close to the washroom, away from the windows, et cetera. That project manager takes that stress off of the client, and he's the one planning this move. Even it might be a couple months out, you still need him in there dedicating himself to you. They need to be part of construction meetings. Everybody knows when moving into a new space, old or new, there's going to be some sort of construction meetings going on where there's the other GCs involved, the furniture people, the heads of the company. They need to find out all those little intricacies that might be happening. I'm doing a small job this Friday that's leading into a giant job next Friday, but the executives wanted to go over first. I found out about that last week because I attended the meetings, and now I know how I can approach this. Executives take a little bit more time and a little bit more, I don't know how to say, caressing to make sure that they're good, and let's be honest, they're the ones that are bringing the cash in and divvying the cash out. So we want to treat them well.
Love it.
And basically the last thing is to trust your mover. Once you've gone through the vetting process, you've met that project manager, you've met the salesman, all that kind of stuff, you have to trust the project manager that he's making the right decisions on making that move go as smoothly as possible. Nobody in this industry that's honest wants the job going longer than they've quoted. They want it to be going excellent. They want to get done early, and they want to get done right. A bad reputation that we have in our industry is that we all rely on change orders. Any of the good ones that we know, they don't want a change order. It looks bad. And that's what we have to get through the customer. A couple things we're always thought as an afterthought. We're like, the movers, blah, blah, blah. But I always want to push through to those people being like, if we're going to make this successful, if you're going to look awesome, we're here to make that person look awesome that's hired us. Let's get them over there. Let's make it look beautiful. And, a beautiful space with a beautiful move is the way you want to run.
I love it. I love it. So let me just recap real quick. So one, find your team, which I've been in the industry a very long time. I think I love the way you said that. It was really like, find your team. Don't just find like the schmo that can do the job. Find
Right.
someone that actually fits in and meshes. I think that's brilliant, Patrick. I really do like that. Dedicated PMs, man, I know how valuable that is. As a sales guy, to actually have quality PMs to work with the clients, oh my gosh, how powerful is that?
Yeah, and it's every industry, like, and especially when you get in the nitty gritty, like say you're doing a 2,000 person move and it's going to a brand new gorgeous space. It's the lighting guy you want in there. You want the lighting guy project manager. You want the flooring guy project manager. You want the furniture project manager, and then like the GC superintendent. So everybody's on the same page, and it becomes a first name kind of basis, being like, hey Pat, I know you want to be moving this stuff over in this corner, but listen, the lighting's delayed and I'm not going to have the floor laid for another week. Can we concentrate on another area? Then you go to the powers that be and explain the process that happened and what just happened. And they're like, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, okay, but you are doing something, right?
I
Like,
love that. I love that. I love that. Well, I'm putting your calendar. This isn't going to be somebody else in your team. I'm going to put your calendar on this page below this quick webinar, and people will be able to actually just schedule with you if they kind of have any questions about upcoming projects, or what would be a really good reason why someone would call you, Patrick?
For anything. If a facilities director calls me and be like, hey, listen, we're thinking about moving in a year. I saw your webinar. What else should we be doing? Can you come down and just take a look at our space? We're not even ready to put out the RFP yet, but we just need some ideas of what to go off of. And that's a service that we offer. It's big, sure. We'll gladly come down, no charge to you. And let's walk the space. What's moving? What's not moving? Have you thought about this? What do you lease? What do you own? What do you need to decommission? What have you talked to the building yet? If you're leaving a lease early and you have, decent furniture, has the building suggested, hey, leave that behind. We'll give you a credit on your termination, and you don't have to worry about getting it out. Or they might be like, you have to get everything out of here. You need the wires pulled back to the wall. You need to paint and patch, and I don't want a thing left in here. I just want it straight, concrete walls. So everything that you don't want to be thinking about going into that last week of the move, you want to have that checklist ready. Have your plan book all set up, being like, I've done that, I've done that, I've done that. Let's move them. Then Pat's team's going to come in right behind and take care of everything else.
Well, I absolutely love it, Patrick. And you and I have been friends for years, and I would trust you on just about any job possible. You're just one of the good guys. Obviously, you've got the experience to catch snafus before they happen, but you're just really a good guy. Thanks for sharing your knowledge.
No problem. Thank you, Mike.